Have you been told no by the banks? Maybe it was a HELOC denial, maybe your DTI was too high, maybe they were asking for tax returns that showed more income, right? Maybe you just need $180,000 and your bank manager couldn't even push it through manually. You're here because you're a real estate investor, you have a great credit score, you have a real portfolio, you have real revenue, but the bank still keeps saying no. I just talked to an investor last month, 11 properties, $4 million in assets, $300K a year in revenue, but she shows no income. Even though her credit score is super high, the bank would not give her any money. Times are changing, the economy is tightening, lending is changing. But what if I told you there's a way to access $100,000 to $250,000 in capital at 0% interest without a bank approval, no income documentation, no personal assets at risk, and you can get that money at 12 to 24 months at 0% interest. My name is Drexel. I'm CEO and co-founder of 0% Investor. This is my family. And over the past 3 years, my team and I have helped over 110 investors get access to $6 million plus in funding that they've used to acquire properties, renovate their rentals, hire team members, expand into new markets, all at 0% for 12 to 24 months. And in this video, what I'm going to do is walk you through exactly how we do it, who we do it for, and why this is probably the single biggest leverage point in your real estate business right now that you may not be exploring. But before we get into that, let me tell you or guess as to where you are right now, because I've seen this over and over again with investors that come to us. You're probably doing well. You've got 5 to 10, maybe 70 properties even in your portfolio. You're making good money, but you're stuck, right? You want to renovate a property to charge more per night if you're in short term, charge more per month, long term, but you just don't have the capital sitting around to do it, right? Maybe you want to acquire a new property or multiple new properties in a secondary market, but you don't have the down payments money, you don't have the money for renovations, the furnishing requires like $50,000 to $100,000 that you just don't have liquid. And maybe you're drowning in day-to-day tasks that you can't delegate because you haven't structured everything properly, so you can't hire an operations manager or a VA, and you're just stuck in this cycle of doing everything yourself, and it's just eating away at your time. You just made a new job for yourself. And on top of all of this, the banks aren't helping either, right? They want tax returns that sacrifice your tax write-offs. They want ending balances on your bank account that you can't maintain. They want 60 to 90 days of seasoning so that you don't have time for. And you've looked at hard money. Hard money is 12 to 15% right now, plus origination points that eats at your margin. SBA loans take forever. 60 to 90 is forgiving. And our favorite HELOCs, which I can't find a lender on the market right now that offers HELOCs on investment properties. You're stuck. You've got the skills, the properties, and the track record, but you're stuck. You're being held hostage by capital that you don't have, and the banks can just continue saying no. What if I told you, though, that the solution has been right in front of you? I'm talking about something that banks offer literally every day. You just don't know that you have access to it, or you don't know how to access a lot of it. And I'm talking about 0% introductory APR business credit cards from major banks: Chase, Amex, US Bank, Truist, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. All these banks, they offer 0% business credit cards for 12 to 24 months, 0%. The problem is, if you go out and do this on your own in a DIY type of approach, you'll probably get proof of $5,000 here, $10,000 there, usually caps around $50,000 before people can't go out and get more because there's no optimization and there's no strategy. But what we do here is a little bit different. We have a system. It's called the REI Capital system. We apply for the right banks in the right order at the right time that maximizes your total approved amount with a $100,000 minimum guarantee. The way we do it is through 4 steps. The first step is called optimization. This is where we basically remove any inquiries that are hurting you, establish strategic banking relationships, and then systematically apply across multiple institutions in a sequence that builds on itself. We guarantee $100,000 minimum in funding across our 7 last track clients. The average was right around $120,000. Not a loan, not a line of credit with some random hard money lenders, but real business credit cards that you can, from real banks that you own and you control. Okay. So what we're going to do is go over some real investors, real results, basically a case study of $780,000 in funding results across 7 clients. So the first is Kirk Bennett. So Kirk is an investor in Dayton and Columbus, Ohio. He had 7 rental locations but couldn't scale because he didn't have the capital to buy more than $45,000 properties and convert them. We got him $120,000 in 0% business credit. Within 60 days, he bought 2 more properties. His words were, "I would have never been able to do this on my own." Or we have Joe Razan. When he first came to us, he had $400 in his business checking account, in his Wells Fargo account. We got him $142,000. He closed on a new rental property within 1.5 weeks of getting funded. Or Brooke Richards. She's an investor that was expanding from Denver to Bahamas. We got her $128,000. She spent $16,000 on furniture in a single day for a renovation project without panicking. She was able to charge more per night, and she's planning future funding rounds for other entities. Or Anna, she's managing about a dozen rental properties in Denver right now. We got $174,000 in 60 days. She hired 2 people, invested in an operations course, and finished renovating her family's home. Or Sonny, who's an international investor in Tulum. His 0% business credit literally saved his deal from default. He was about to miss $15,000 to $20,000 a month in developer payments, but the funding ended up stopping his bleeding. Or we have Luke, who is a co-founder of a property management company that has over 60 properties under management. We got him $174,000, and he's on track for $50,000 a month in revenue because of that cash or that credit injection. So that's over $780,000 in funded results and a $100,000 minimum guarantee for every single client that we bring on. So here's how it works if you want to see this for your situation. We call it the REI Capital System. It's a done-with-you process. We handle the credit analysis, the optimization, the bank relationships, the applications, everything. You follow the steps in your personal Notion portal, which we set up for our clients, and we do the heavy lifting for you. The whole process takes around 30 to 60 days. We have a minimum guarantee of $100,000, and we take on 7 clients per month. We have 3 options depending on where you're at in your business. Each one includes the full credit optimization and funding rollout. So each one includes the full credit optimization and the funding rollout. The higher tiers add access to our investor network, which we host on an app called Circle, where we have DSCR lenders, coaching on operations of your business, virtual assistants, hiring syndication partners, even how to just run your business better. Like, there are other people that are in this community doing the same thing as you. So this is what we usually recommend to most people, but the higher tiers just have extra help along with the funding. Now, obviously this is not free and we're not a charity. So if you're looking for something cheap, this is probably not the program for you. Our program is a premium program. The REI Capital System requires a deposit to get started, plus a percentage of the funding amount. To be clear, this is for you if you have a 700 credit score, you have an LLC or a business entity, you are an active real estate investor or rental owner, you're doing, this says 10K, but we can accept 5K a month in revenue, and banks said no to traditional financing. This is not for you. If your credit is below 700, you have no LLC or business entity, you're looking for traditional loan, you can already get bank financing, and you're not an active investor. If you can already get bank financing, again, we've built this for investors who the bank said no to. This is probably not for you if you have other options. So why this REI Capital System over the other options that you have? As you can see, the rate is going to be 0% for 12 to 24 months, which is uncomparable to anything else. The speed is faster than most things that you can get. There's minimal paperwork, minimal headache to actually end up getting it, and the amount is 6 figures plus, and it's money that you have into your business that you can do with what you want, and it's not tied to any personal assets of yours. We only take on 7 new clients per month, just so you know, because every funding rollout is done by hand. So if this is you and you want to explore this, DM me the word funded on Instagram, and I'll send you the details on how to see if you qualify. And look, I get it. There's some guy on the internet telling you that you can get $100,000 at 0%. I'd be skeptical too. That's why don't believe me. Look at the results. Do your due diligence. These are real people, real results, real funded amounts using the money right now to scale their portfolios. And one more thing, I interviewed a client a few months ago that tried a competitor for 6 months. They ended up using a competitor to do this for 6 months for them. She has not gotten a single dollar in funding. All she's gotten around is basically just, hey, we're trying to improve your credit, right? Our average timeline is 30 to 60 days. That's the difference between a system and a promise, which is what that client ended up getting. So again, if you're a real estate investor or a rental property owner with a 700 plus credit score who keeps getting told no by traditional lenders and you're ready to scale with capital that costs you literally 0%, DM me funded on Instagram or click the link below to start the qualification process. Again, this is Drexel, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.